Hi, I'm Al Caccarelli, and I'm going to cut right to the chase because you're probably watching this video because you found that network marketing is a lot harder than you thought it was going to be. Am I right? Now, you also probably understand that network marketing is a great vehicle for taking you where you want to go. I mean, after all, that's why people like myself have the nice home, the new cars, and the kind of lifestyle that you're looking for. But that's what really aggravates you, isn't it? I mean, here you see other people doing this, being successful, and you know that you have within you everything that it takes to make this happen yourself, and yet sometimes you feel like you're banging your head against the wall because it's just not happening. Now, why is that? Well, let me ask you this. Do you think it's possible that your sponsor and the company you're working with are teaching you old, out-of-date techniques and methods that are just simply ineffective? Now, come on. That thought has to have gone through your mind, right? And you know what? Deep down, you know I'm telling you the truth because some of these old methods may have worked in the past. In fact, I have personal friends who have built fortunes using these old methods. And if they're working for you, fine, keep using them. Don't stop. However, we can teach you ways to use even these old methods more effectively. In our dynamic marketing on a shoestring budget, we teach you how to use these simple older methods in advanced ways. For example, your MLM company is probably telling you you need to build a list. Fine. But here's a problem. You see, when you bring new people into the business, how many names do they come up with? Generally, it's not uncommon for them to be stopped at about 20 to 30 names. Now tell me, how are you going to build a big business when you're only marketing to 20 or 30 people? Forget about it if you think this is going to be your $1,000,000 strategy. I mean, there's a problem here, folks. You see, all these people that you put on the list, your friends, your relatives, the people who you know, that you work with, that you do business with, that you went to school with, all these people are being bombarded today with a flood of information that they're drowning in. I mean, they're getting information from the internet, from television, from the radio, from print advertisement. How do people view this? Many view it as an intrusion of their own personal life. When they get that call from a telemarketer when they're eating dinner, how many people really want that? I mean, this is aggravating and annoying to people. And now here you come, you're supposed to be their friend, and you're going to pitch them to? May not work too well. So, do you need a list? Yes, absolutely, you need a list. A list is important, but the list must contain the names of people who are interested in what you have to offer them. Now, how do you make a list like that? Think about this. Let's say you want to run a successful restaurant. What's the #1 thing that's going to make you successful? Oh, you might say location, 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 right? Well, wrong. There's something even more important than this. Okay, so then it must be having the best menu in town, or perhaps having the lowest prices. No, something even more important than that. You see, if you have a bunch of hungry, perhaps even starving people lined up outside the restaurant, isn't it going to be a lot easier to sell food to them than it's going to be to try to convince people that they're hungry and that they need to eat? Absolutely. Wow. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. This is it. Imagine applying this to your network marketing business. You see, who has your sponsor told you to talk to? To your friends, to your relatives, to everybody within 3 feet, right? But let's face it, when you grab that person that's within 3 feet and you start telling them about your network marketing business, are they really hungering to know what you're talking about, or are they trying to cross the street to get away from you the next time that they see you? Are you frustrating yourself because you're trying to get people's appetite wet in order to want to taste what you're telling them about, but really they feel like they're full and satisfied, that they don't need what you have to offer? Well then, here's one of your problems. You've got to find a system that will enable you to put hungry, starving people lined up in front of you, people who are knocking on your door trying to get in because they desperately feel like they need what you have. People who are aggravated and frustrated within themselves because they know that they are not succeeding and they know that they can find something that will help them to do so. And then they realize you are the one that has what they need. And so here they are now hunting for you rather than you hunting for them. Do you see the dynamics here, folks? This is why we call this dynamic marketing. What happens if you don't do this? Well, what's happened to businesses in recent years if they haven't kept up with the changing times? I mean, let's take a look at General Motors or Chrysler, Countrywide or Lehman Brothers. Or how about the big giant Circuit City that had stores all over the United States and Canada? Now those stores are closed. The gates are down, folks. Even companies that were well respected in business since the 1920s, like Eddie Bauer, Fortunoffs, these companies are in bankruptcy. And guess what? Even Reader's Digest is having trouble. Now imagine that. They publish 92 magazines, all sorts of books, CDs, music, DVDs. They're in bankruptcy. Why? They did not keep up with the changing times. For one thing, a little thing called the internet came along and completely changed the way that business is done. Now let's get this straight though. We're not just talking about using the internet. After all, you might be thinking, well, my company gave me a website, so I'm on the internet. I'm okay, right? Wrong. First of all, think of this. How many people have you actually signed into your business opportunity that came to you through your company's replicated website? Not too many, I'm sure. Besides that, all those companies we just spoke about that went out of business, weren't they using the internet? I mean, let's face it, they all had expensive, high-end websites. But that wasn't enough. You see, the companies that are building wealth online are companies that are not only using the advanced technologies of the internet, but they found new methods and ways of using this technology to build big businesses. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do too. We're going to teach you how to come in league with a new breed of internet marketers. People who have built strong, big businesses faster and bigger than anybody ever imagined possible a few years ago. And you're going to learn how to do this yourself. We're going to teach you easy to learn and apply steps. We've put together things to help you do this. We've got the whole system in place so that all you have to do is plug in and everything automatically begins to work for you. You'll be 99% ahead of everybody else in your network marketing organization. And folks, you can make a lot of money doing this. After all, that's what Microsoft, Apple, Amazon.com, Yahoo, and Google have done. They all had explosive growth because they developed new ways of doing business online. They weren't satisfied with just using the old tried and tested methods of their predecessors. They found ways to work in harmony with the new developments of the online marketplace. And that's what you need to do too. How can you apply this in your own home-based business? Well, that's what this video course is all about. You see, in this 7-day training program, we're going to give you the 101 of online marketing success. We'll teach you all the fundamentals you need to know to have a basis for building your business. Look, do me one more favor. Before you leave this program, why not leave a comment on what you thought about this video? I mean, other people really respect what you say. So leave a comment to tell others what you learned here, what you thought about it. And we want to know too. We value your opinion and appreciate any comments that you make. So please leave us a comment and go to my website at alcaccarelli.com. In fact, if you go there right now, I'll give you a free 7-day dynamic marketing video course. That's right, completely free. So don't wait. Go now, alcaccarelli.com.